as I said last week's video was kind of a two-part video, and in the first part of these twin videos we talked about how we have a responsibility to let our own conceptual self go. This conceptual self is a resident normal crazy person, and it will always be a resident normal crazy person until we finally discover flow, finally realize that we have discovered the true self in whom we can place our trust. And we have a responsibility to let that normal crazy person that I mentioned a moment ago and that we talked about last week go. We have responsibilities to other normal crazy people as well. There is a statistical almost probability that you're living with and surrounded by normal crazy people. And we could be forgiven for thinking that once we begin to understand the dichotomy within between who we thought we were and the person that we begin to realize we truly are, that we can almost be intolerant of normal crazy people. Indeed, we've talked about intolerance before, and intolerance in its place is very effective in enabling normal crazy people know where they stand. But we do have a responsibility to all the normal crazy people who we encounter in the course of our daily lives, particularly obviously those whom we love. And that responsibility is to ensure that we, through being present, you see, you're not going to have to figure this one out. You're not going to have to worry about how you actually do it. All you have to do is be present. That we, through being present, begin to see beyond, beneath the madness of the normal crazy person's behaviour. That we begin to understand and actually reach out to, don't like that phrase, maybe get in contact with, the person below. The person down in the depths, the real self. As I said, an awful lot of people would say to me, how do I get through to that? What am I going to say? How am I going to behave? You don't need to worry about any of that at all. They're all how-to questions. And the real you, the instinctive you, the intuitive you, knows how to do this. So all you have to do is man or woman up to the responsibility that we talked about last week in letting your own conceptual self, your own squatting normal crazy person in your own head go. You need to let that person go, and in doing so you begin to get under the skin of those around you, so that you get under the hood, as my American friends would say, and begin to see that there is more to them than meets the eye as well. Now, as I say that should actually be already obvious, because when we begin to understand that we are not who we thought we were, and as a result begin to see ourselves in a completely different light, we begin to see everyone in a completely different light. And what we don't want to do is dismiss the people who we have seen in this new light as simply normal crazies. What we need to do is endeavour through our presence, and endeavour even suggests, by the way, that there is effort, and there isn't. What we need to do is, through our presence, let other people free themselves that little bit too. I know for a fact that some people in close relationships, or some people in business relationships, have had their whole experience of life refreshed and renewed as a result of their just being one wholly tuned in, present person in the room. That person is you.